Hello and good morning, South Bay. I'm Lesley Robins. It is so great to see you again. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. And as always, our thoughts and prayers are with those suffering through war around the world. Well, back here in the bubble, as we like to call it, we do have a lot of local news to get to. Torrance Transit is getting $6.2 million to upgrade some of its infrastructure. The federal funding will be used to add 5 new all-electric buses to the city's fleet and to construct new electric vehicle charging stations to improve public transit in the community. Torrance recently secured $3.6 million in funding from Congress's $1.5 trillion spending bill with the help of Representative Maxine Waters, who represents Torrance and other South Bay cities in the state's 43rd district. The city will use that money to address homelessness and complete other ongoing infrastructure projects. And it should be noted, the money for Torrance Transit is not bundled with federal appropriations. Redondo Beach skaters will have a new home near the city's pier this summer after the City Council approved plans for a skate park, which will live across from the Redondo Beach International Boardwalk. The project, slated to be completed in late June, comes nearly 5 years after Redondo Beach resident David Bernier began pushing for a skate park in the city. Now, the skate park will be constructed at Pad 10. That's a vacant 10,000 square foot area across from the International Boardwalk. The park, which will take up most of that, will include 2 quarter pipes, rails, ledges, and a tabletop that can be used as a stage. SBTV is told the estimate for the project will cost just over $100,000. Congratulations to 3 local athletes, 2 girls and 1 boy, who were selected for CIF Southern Section Soccer Player of the Year honors this week. In girls soccer, Redondo's Mia Minestrella, Division 2, and El Segundo's Michaela Turner, Division 3, were chosen for the top individual honor, and Redondo's Owen Zarnick received the award in boys Division 2. Minestrella, a junior forward, led Redondo to the CIF Southern Section Division 2 championship. The Seahawks defeated Oaks Christian 3-0 in the final. Turner, a midfielder, led El Segundo to the Division 3 title. The Eagles defeated West Torrance in the championship game. On the boys' side, Zarnick, a defender, helped the Seahawks win the Division 2 championship. Well, Manhattan Beach's growing economy, community and infrastructure development, public safety, and environmental efforts all highlighted the seaside town's annual State of the City address, with Mayor Hildy Stern and other municipal officials discussing last year's major happenings and what's to come in 2022. It was the first time in more than 2 years that Manhattan Beach residents, officials, and business people gathered in person at the Joslyn Community Center for the annual address. Despite having to weather the coronavirus-fueled economic storm over the past 2 years, Mayor Stern announced that the city is projected to bring in $82 million in general fund revenue during the 21-22 fiscal year, which would be an increase from the 2021 fiscal year's $73 million. For a full rundown of what went down at the State of the City address, visit manhattanbeach.org. A Ranchos Palos Verdes 46-year-old woman who collapsed at the finish line of the LA Marathon has died. The tragedy marks the race's first death since 2007. Trisha Paddock of Rancho Palos Verdes was running in the 13.1-mile charity challenge. SBTV is told LAFD personnel came in contact with Paddock at 12:10 p.m. on Sunday, and she had a medical complaint that escalated to a witnessed cardiac arrest. Medical aid was quickly provided by over a dozen personnel, including the fire department, and the patient was rapidly treated and transported to a local hospital. A GoFundMe account has been set up to support the family with medical bills and other expenses, with more than $41,000 raised as of Tuesday night, including $1,000 from the marathon. Well, a community garden for Alta Vista Park was approved by the Redondo Beach City Council Tuesday night on a 4-1 vote. The 4,000 square foot space will be managed by the South Bay Parkland Conservancy, with 26 beds to rent for $100 per year on a first-come, first served basis. In COVID news, the Los Angeles City Council on Wednesday tentatively voted to lift its mandate requiring proof of COVID-19 vaccination to enter many indoor establishments and large outdoor events, but it won't become official until a second vote is held on March 30th. People show proof of vaccination to be allowed indoors at bars, nightclubs, and lounges, or to attend outdoor mega events. But people attending indoor events of 1,000 or more people are still required to show proof of COVID vaccination or a recent negative test. Vaccine verification or a negative test is also still required for workers at healthcare facilities and congregate care facilities. According to the County Department of Public Health, the requirement will be lifted April 1st in conjunction with the state, which is also scrapping the mandate. Kids in Carson now have access to a brand new basketball court at the local Boys and Girls Club, which serves about 5,400 youngsters in the area. The court, aside from being resurfaced and vividly decorated with a butterfly mural, it got new portable basketball hoops and a few layers of sealant to make sure the upgrades are long-lasting. The months-long project to upgrade the court was executed in partnership with sneaker company Reebok and Project Blackboard, a nonprofit who renovate public basketball courts with large-scale artworks to encourage outdoor exercise and community relationships. The court reopened to the public for the first time on March 22nd, and as part of the celebration, club staff and kids were given new pairs of Reebok sneakers, followed by mini games on their new court. Well, the 90s are coming to San Pedro this summer with the launch of a new festival that's all about the alt-pop side of Gen X. Tickets are already on sale for Flannel Nation, a one-day festival set for August 13th at the Port of Los Angeles in San Pedro. On the lineup so far for the all-ages show are acts including Everclear and Soul Asylum, with more performers set to be announced very soon. For ticket information, visit ticketweb.com or flannelnation.com. Tickets are $55 each. Kids ages 6 and under enter free. There will no doubt be a lot of dancing at that festival, something our first in-studio guest knows a lot about. Please welcome to the show founder of Dancify Studio, the premier South Bay Latin and ballroom dance instruction where kids and adults learn how to partner dance, Miss Alina Sachs.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Welcome to the show. You are a dancer, you teach dancing. Everyone knows you in town. Tell me a little bit about your background first before we get into what you're offering everyone here in the South Bay.
Sure. I started dancing at 6 in my home country, Russia. I'm from Saratov, Russia. Everybody there back then especially danced. Even my brother, who's a couple of years younger than me, went to dancing for a couple of years, and then he gave up, and then he went into gymnastics and other sports. But dancing was so big that all of my friends were into it, so we just had to do it. It was an activity that my mom signed up for, and she would spend Monday through Friday evenings with me at the studio. 3 hours practice every night. So I cannot complain now about my kids and watching them. I mean, it's very time consuming, but my mom would come from work, take me to the dance practice and just socialize there with other moms. And it was a huge community, and that's how I started. And since then, pretty much I've been doing it up until now with some breaks here and there, but been going strong. So it's great.
You said the word community. You've built a dance community here in the South Bay. You're going on over a decade strong teaching people here.
I'm afraid even to say it's decade. Yes, it is crazy. It is a community because when everybody supports each other, like when I just started, I had to push my students to like, let's go to a party with me. And I used to go out with them, and we used to have some places around here, they're not here anymore, for some friendly dancing. Hacienda Hotel, that was our stomping ground for salsa students. So many there, and then so many nights spent there dancing and socializing. And then milongas for Argentine tango, competitions. So, but it was me pushing. Come fly with me to Vegas. Let's do this competition. Let's go to Florida. There's another competition. You want to be healthy. You want to be strong. You want to compete, right? That's what you tell me. So let's go. We have to get going. And nowadays, I don't know when was the last time that I pushed anybody. Now they're pushing me out of my house and saying, Alina, enough family time. Come, we're going to Vegas. We're driving. It's 6 of us. Join. We're going to a competition. I'm like, well, I think you all set. Six of you, go. Tell me about the results. But I'm so glad to see how people become so confident first in what they do. They become independent from me, and that's my main thing. You learn from me and then just keep going, and I'll keep coaching you along the way, but I don't want you to depend on me. And it definitely amazing to see, and we grow together. I think with most of my core students, we're such great friends. We go to each other's parties nowadays, and I learn so much more from them. I think now, I don't know if they know, but I'm learning so much from them in terms of running your family business, family, as my kids are growing up. So it's very important.
Now, you teach kids and adults, so not everyone is running to a competition. A lot of it is just for fun, right?
Not really, just kidding.
You're like, no, everyone must compete.
No, there's definitely a lot of things for fun. When there is a competition, when there is a performance, say, a goal in mind, people learn so much better because these goals push us forward. If there is nothing there, and I've seen it so many times, unfortunately, people just, they fall apart. I lose them. I don't know where they are. I can't reach them anymore because there was no goal, and they got lost. They didn't know where they were heading. So goals definitely help. Like with wedding couples, for example, they have a goal, right? A big goal and a fabulous goal there. So it's definitely, their mindset is there. They come in, and from the very first lesson, we start taping them after each lesson, and then they see themselves and they're like, oh, we have to fix this, we have to fix that, and then we want to do this kind of dip in there, and we want to look like this. Okay, so they know what they want, and that's the main thing. So fun working with them.
And I know wedding couples or fianced, what's the word? Unfianced? Engaged couples, that's the word.
Yes.
Edit that out, right? Engaged couples, that's the word. So I know that's a big part of your business, engaged couples coming to you, preparing for the big day. What are they like when they first get to you, and then what's usually the result?
So there is a trend. They're shy. Everybody comes in and they don't want to walk through the door. We're not professional dancers. Well, if you were professional dancers, then you wouldn't need me.
Is the woman dragging the guy, or?
I would say it's 50-50. Sometimes it's the guys coming in first, but I think if I look at statistics, I think it's mainly guys who call us first or email us first, and they kind of set up the lessons. Wow. I don't know why, but I've been noticing it over the years.
They want to impress.
And maybe. And then they bring their fiancé with them, and they're like, okay, I don't know anything in dance. I know nothing. So I don't know if you can teach me. They're like, okay, that's a great start. But then men in dancing, in partner dancing, they realize that they are the leaders, that they have to actually tell their partner through gentle gestures of what she has to do. And I think it just brings out the best out of them, in terms of, okay, you can rely on me. I got it. I'm going to practice it at home. You don't have to just worry about your dress and makeup and hair, but don't worry about the steps. And over the weeks or months, sometimes coaching those couples, we do see their personalities just develop so much in dancing. It is truly amazing. It's so much feedback that we get from them that I'm always looking forward to coaching my wedding couples.
That's amazing. So you have your wedding couples, and like you talked about, the folks that are going to competitions.
Right.
So how often are you working with them, and once that goal is reached, do they get a break before the next competition, or what happens in between?
It depends. I think in a way, kind of like a drug for people who started competing. They see how fun it is, because once you walk into a ballroom competition, dance sport competition, and you see all the blitz and glitz and music and other people just like you in costumes, makeup, hair, everything done, everybody's moving and practicing, and it's amazing. It's this energy that they want to do it again. And usually once, like, we know, say in a couple of weeks we have a performance or a competition and they're going to be done with this particular routine, so we kind of have to retire it. These couple of weeks before, we're already talking about what's next, and they're bringing it up. Alina, what's next? Like, well, you can learn this and this and this, and there are other events that you can. And what's your goal? Maybe you just want to relax. And no relaxing. Once you're in it to win it. So it's great.
So I'm thinking Dancing with the Stars, which you've competed in the South Bay version.
Yep.
So tell me though, are there all levels of the competition for beginners? Because obviously I'm thinking, everyone's a pro and they're perfect, but all levels can compete, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And you're absolutely right. They look like pros, because everybody's first worries about what they look like, the costume. That's why once they're all made up, especially ladies on the floor, they already feel like pros. And then you just have to dance your routine. So, but of the competitions are for all different levels.
Oh, that's good
absolutely.
To know. Yeah.
And judges know, okay, this is bronze level, this is pre-bronze, this is completely newcomers, and this is gold level, and this is open. And then at nighttime we have professionals dancing and competing. So it's all different levels, and it's amazing. In the past, I've taken, just to set it as an example out there, I think my student Rob was 71 years old. And 71, in a great shape, but he did want to lose some weight, so he was trying to do it through dancing, Latin dancing. He was doing a lot of it, probably 3-4 times a week. He was coming in for lessons, and after probably 6 to 8 weeks of training, he did his first competition, and then he did so many more. He was unstoppable, and then he would go to his doctor for like physical and say, and his doctor would be like, "What are you doing? Your body's like a 21-year-old.
Let me show you, doctor."
Right.
Yeah.
But he was doing a lot of it, and like, especially when people, students start getting this recognition, they walk into the competition dance floor, there's hundreds of people, and judges know them, and they say hello, and other teachers know them, and then they get to know other students, and they talk again back to the community. So environment, if you're in the right environment, you start flourishing. So it's great.
And with your dancers, you teach nutrition and health and maintaining your body, because you can't have the dance steps and the dance routine and the competition without maintaining good health and nutrition. So talk about that, because that's actually just as important as the dancing.
Absolutely, even if not more important, because what they say, that's 80% about nutrition, what's at the end of your fork, and 20% exercise. So if you want to get into that perfect, whatever self you envision, you really have to mind your diet. It all started from my personal journey for the most part, because some years ago, I would say before I had kids, and my son is almost 6 years old right now, so say 6 years old, 6 years ago, I would have Gatorade before I start competing, and then I would have chips, a bag of chips, before I hit the dance floor. I know, it was, now I'm looking at it, and back then I'm like, well, I'm skinny, and I was always skinny, so like, it doesn't hurt me, so I can never gain an ounce of weight. So
you burn it off so fast.
Burn it off, exactly. But then I never worried about what it does on the inside of me. Nowadays, going through pregnancies, and I had gestational diabetes with both of my first pregnancies, and that's when, after the second one, when I really have to be on a strict diet, I have to watch what I was eating, I talked to a lot of doctors. I was like, okay, I have to change something. So I really looked into my nutrition, and I changed it 360 around. And then my third baby, who is a surprise baby, but she's the best one in all regards, and my pregnancy was like the best. Like, any woman can dream of that kind of pregnancy, delivery, everything was perfect, and I give it all to how I approached my nutrition. And it's mainly all goes, it's simple. That's the best thing. It's increase the intake of fruits and vegetables in your diet every day. Drink enough of water, get enough sleep, exercise, at least a little bit, at least half hour a day, right? Walk and dance, whatever you like. But but those things are amazing and they can change any person. So I think the main thing, as I say in dancing, is take your first step, whether it's your health journey, your dance journey. The first step is the hardest, but once you pass it, then everything else will be so much easier. And so I'm training for my first triathlon right now. And I think just having that energy from when you change how you eat and what you drink and what you allow, who you surround yourself with, all of that comes together that there are so many people around me that coach me and they just give me this invaluable advice, and it's just great. I didn't have those people before around me in this kind of quantity and quality too. So, but if you don't have this energy, if you're always tired, right? If you're always exhausted, well, then you have to first address your nutrition. And then once you have the energy, you're going to push yourself to do these wonderful things, because energy is contagious.
Well, you're contagious. And you said the words, take the first step. So people watching this, they're thinking, I want to take the first step. How do they find you? Where are you located? Tell everyone so they can take their first step.
So the name of the studio is Dancify. Like Shopify, Dancify, easy way to remember. Shopify for lessons and get to Dancify. But we teach right now all over South Bay. Some lessons take place in Manhattan Beach. Some lessons take place in Hermosa, Redondo. Those are our main locations. Depending on the day of the week, the time, we can schedule different locations, and maybe people have some preferences too. That's also possible to arrange. I have a wonderful other instructor that's working with me. Her name is Larissa. She's an absolute superstar with wedding couples. They love her. We have wonderful reviews on her. So it's all great, and she's so enthusiastic. Same thing, she's been teaching in Los Angeles for probably close to 20 years, so it's huge background, more than me with wedding couples for sure. So that's that, and we have a website, dancify.us. It has information. People can take care of the lessons there. They can read a lot more about different happenings in the studio, like we have a party coming up next week, actually, on Saturday at Tata Stages here in Manhattan Beach.
Wait, what happens at a Dancify party?
We do lots of dancifying. So a few of our students, a few of our couples, going to be competing in April at one of the biggest competitions in the country. It's called Emerald Bowl, which will be here at Hilton by LAX. So that's the end of April. But they're going to perform their numbers here next Saturday at our party to just get used to.
Test it out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then we're also going to have some social dancing, and then we're going to go out for some appetizers and drinks afterwards. So it's building the community. It's having fun together. I love when students are so supportive of each other and encourage each other to get out there and dance in front of each other. And yeah, you can wear that short dress and you look great in it. So it's dancify.us for that. We're on Instagram, Facebook, so you can find us around. You can see us around town.
What are your handles? Instagram?
It's also dancify.us, and then my personal one is Healthify Your Life through nutrition, dancing, other sports.
Great.
So,
well, everyone, take your first step with Alina.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I can't wait to come to the party next week.
You invited.
Thank you.
Just down the road.
Get my dancing shoes.
Totally.
And we will be right back. Welcome back to Good Morning South Bay. Okay, if you love Italian food, and who doesn't, right? Then you've definitely heard of Gaetano's restaurant in Torrance. Well, from the family of that fan favorite comes a new takeout delivery spot that is sure to satisfy your taste buds 10 times over. I've tried the food, and trust me, it is incredible. So please welcome to the show owner and operator of Puccini Italian Takeout in Torrance, Vince Giuliano.
Thanks for having me, Lesley.
Yes, welcome to the show. Welcome food to the show.
Yes, brought a couple of our favorites over to join us today.
The smell is incredible. I always say in food TV segments, I wish people had scratch and sniff TV because the smell is incredible. The food looks incredible. So let's break down the food at Piccini for me. Everyone knows you guys from Gaetano's. So tell me the difference between the two. Let's start there.
Right. So Gaetano's going to be your sit-down restaurant. We feature a full bar, cocktails, beer, wine. Our menu over at Gaetano's is going to be pasta, entrees such as we've got a grilled salmon, we do chicken marsala, we do a pesto crusted halibut. We also feature sandwiches over at Gaetano's as well, and salads. Now, we do takeout at Gaetano's. We've always done takeout. But when the pandemic hit, that's all we had to rely on to keep going was takeout. And we figured, hey, we love this takeout thing. This is a new venture for us. Let's see how it goes. So then we got the idea to do a takeout spot on the side, which is Piccini. Difference in the food is really same quality of ingredients and the preparations are the same. However, it's fast. So it's your takeout spot where you pull up, place your order with the phone, pull up. We've got curbside spots. Text our curbside line. We'll have the food right out to you within minutes and you're on your way. So it's just solely takeout and delivery versus Gaetano's going to be your sit-down restaurant.
Now break down the menu at Piccini.
Yes. So we have our pizza, pasta, salads, and sandwiches. That's basically it. It's simplified. Gaetano's has a lot of menu items. Piccini, we're looking at about a total of 15, I would say, 15 to 16 menu items.
Okay. And the most popular stuff so far is?
Pizza is definitely the most popular. We're finding that it's fun. It's easy to take out. People love it.
It's good.
It's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. They can take it home to their families and feed a family of 4 for a reasonable price. So it's definitely the biggest seller. Next on the list, lunch time. We're going to be serving a lot of sandwiches. We do a ton of sandwiches at lunch. We do a cold Piccini sandwich, which is like your cold cuts with a pepper spread, lettuce, tomato, onion. We do a meatball sandwich during lunch as well. Those sell really well during lunch. And then at dinner time, people focus a little bit more on the pasta side. So we sell a lot more pastas. Our fusilli bolognese is a really big seller. I brought our number 2 seller, which is our spaghetti cacio e pepe with our fried zucchini.
Yeah.
And then our pizzas sell throughout the day, really.
Yeah.
It's just a big selling point for the restaurant, for Piccini.
I'm going to dig in momentarily, but it's the ingredients really that make this food so special because really you can get pizza at so many various places in the South Bay. It's a popular item, but yours is special. Can you break down why?
Yeah, it is a first we start with our flour. It's a King Arthur flour, so it's an organic flour. We take the methods used by a pizza consultant we hired. He came in and helped us out with getting the pizza dough really down to a science.
They have pizza consultants.
They do.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He is one of the best out there. I mean, if you look him up, his name's Noel Brenner. He is one of the best out there.
Yeah.
He helped out. He's helped to lots of different restaurants. I think one of the ones that most people know is Bestia here in Los Angeles. But he came in. We dialed it down to match our style and our pizza oven, and then our ingredients and kind of our brand in itself. Helped us out with a lot of the dynamics of the takeout pizza box. One thing that I find is really important is that the pizza that we're putting in a pizza box has to be the same tasting as when you get it at home. It's not going to be exactly the same when it's coming out of the oven, but we try to match that. So what we do is, when that pizza comes out of the oven, we'll put it in a box. We've got the inserts in the box that are kind of the ridges here. What that does is create a little bit of an airflow underneath so that it crisps up the crust, or the crust stays crispy at least. And then we take that box, we put it in our pizza warmers that are specific for pizza. So when the guest comes to pick it up, it is hot, fresh, just as if it's coming out of the oven. Now, as far as when they pick it up and take it to their home, I can't help them out there. They live far away.
Right.
The pizza could be a little bit cold by the time they get home.
Don't think with that smell, they're not like opening that box up at a red light and sneaking a piece.
Probably happening, yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, it's staring at me. I haven't had that one. What is that pizza?
This is our prosciutto and arugula pizza. What we do here is we put a little bit of white sauce on the bottom. We cover it with some mozzarella, and we use a whole milk mozzarella. We do put a little bit of cherry tomatoes, and then we do prosciutto di Parma, arugula tossed with some extra virgin olive oil, and then we do some shaved Parmesan on top.
Am I digging in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you wanna?
Sure.
A little bit there. Let's see. Okay. Tell me again the name of this one.
This is the prosciutto and arugula pizza.
Very. Fresh. I want to say moist, but the cheese was soft,
Yeah.
fresh, soft, delicious.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Can I have a slice?
Please, please join me. Please join me.
I gotta see. It's been staring at me all day.
How often do you eat your own food, actually, now that you're talking about it?
At least once a day. When I'm there, I've gotta try it. I like to go around, taste all the ingredients, make sure everything on the kitchen line is up to standards and quality, and then usually, I'm taking some food home myself.
Now, you mentioned the word brand. You said, to match our style, our brand. If you could kind of, in a nutshell, wrap up what your brand is, your family brand, what would it be? I would think cool, calm, collected, and delicious. Yeah, you tell me what your brand is. It's delicious. That's what it is.
We're looking for food that is comfortable, easy for people to understand, take it home, enjoy it, and all within a reasonable price.
Right.
And and all done in a fun way. We like to include little, we'll include a little games for kids. We have a little Piccini kids little menu and games for them to play. We include reheating instructions. Our pizza boxes have reheating instructions so that it's made fresh. But basically, we're trying to create that quality food in a takeout environment.
And the takeout environment is special too. It's not just walk in, place your order. Talk about the wall at Piccini. The environment is just so light and airy and inviting. You want to stay and eat, actually.
It's fun, yeah. No, my wife did a very good job of the interior. She went on and we got our kids.
Wait. Whoa. What was that again?
That's the spaghetti. It's a zucchini cacio e pepe. Yeah.
Folks, Piccini. Wow.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Good.
Yeah.
That's melt in your mouth, amazing.
Yeah, we do put a lot of cheese in there to make it nice and rich and creamy, and we add a little fried zucchini to that.
I interrupted, but you're talking about the actual store.
Right.
Yeah, the shop. Yeah.
Right. No, so basically inside we've got a cool, we've got a wall that features some drawings by some family members, some nieces, some nephews. And then we've got handprints of our kids. We've got two little ones, and their handprints are up on the wall themselves. And it's a cool looking mural, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one side. On the other side, we have kind of our brand design that we came up with, and that's in wallpaper fashion as well on the other side.
Now, you mentioned your children, your family. Your family is a staple in the South Bay. Talk about the history you guys have here, because people know and love your family. They know and love your food.
We've been slicing salami for a long time. Yeah, we my great grandfather started Giuliano's back in the 50s. He, along with my grandparents, his wife, the whole family really.
Yeah.
Took Giuliano's to there's many locations at one time. My immediate family, my mom and my dad, started Gaetano's back in the 90s. I was 12 years old when we started. And my sister, my brother-in-law, and we started Betolino back in 2015, which they still operate.
Yeah.
And just recently is our little new old baby, Piccini. Yeah, and this is something that it's kind of, I guess you would say, it's a little bit of a take on all of our experiences over the years.
Right. Now, out of all of those, is there one that maybe kind of has a special place in your heart, or a dish that has a special place in your heart?
Yeah.
Out of everything you do and all the restaurants you own.
As far as the dishes go,
Sure, do the dishes.
I feel like the dishes they're all like, to me they all have a special story to them. With Gaetano's, it's family. It's I was 12, my sister was 9 when we opened. My grandma worked there. My mom, my dad started it. Uncles, aunts, cousins, everyone was there. Kind of like Giuliano's was back in their day too. Yeah. And each dish kind of has a different family member's take on it.
Right. You even have your meatballs at Piccini.
Right, my grandma Dot had some really good meatballs, and she's on my mom's side, and
That's okay.
no, absolutely. I just want to point that out that she wasn't really in the
Right.
Giuliano side that was making meatballs.
But they were good enough to be on the menu like 10 times.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
my dad when he met my mom was like, went over for a Sunday brunch or Sunday lunch one day. He had the meatballs. Was like, I'm staying no matter what.
We're done. Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
So she had a really good meatball, and when we opened Gaetano's, my dad was like, hey, can we use your meatball recipe instead of this recipe that we've developed over here at Giuliano's? I want your recipe. So my grandma Dot came through with her recipe, worked with all the cooks at the time, worked with my dad, developed the recipe. We still serve those meatballs over at Gaetano's today. And we brought those over to Piccini.
Is that what's in here? No.
That's not what's in there. No.
Oh, what sandwich is in here? It's looking at me.
That's the Piccini. That's our Italian cold cut sandwich.
Oh, the one you were talking about.
Yeah. So.
I mean, right?
We've got mortadella, salami, some prosciutto, provolone cheese, lettuce, tomato,
Gorgeous.
pickled onions.
Gorgeous.
On a French roll, and that roll does come from our cousins down at Little Brothers Bakery in Gardena.
It's a family affair.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Now, you talked about the pandemic and your two boys. You had a thing during the pandemic where you actually you didn't stop working during the pandemic. Let's put it that way. You were working on your craft, your art of perfecting pizza.
Right.
And you brought your sons in on the job. Talk about that pizza making you did with your boys. I love it. I love the story. Yeah.
Yeah. So when pandemic hit, pizza became a really popular item, and not just us selling the pizza, but the making of the pizza at home. So we started selling just pizza dough balls with marinara sauce and cheese on the side, and we would sell that for people to take home. It was their way of just having some fun at home. And a lot of people said, hey, how do you make the pizza? So, my wife got her iPhone, and we had a little video.
You shot it on iPhone?
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
It wasn't, if you were to see it online, it's nothing professional like this, obviously.
But it's cute. It's cute.
It was cute, yeah. She did it on her iPhone. Him and I just went there and we did pizza. We made pizza, and he was actually really good at it. I don't know if it's like in the genes or something.
It's in the genes. It has to be, right?
He just was good at it. He just got there, did like this perfect circle, and I'm looking at him like, whoa, buddy, good job. Sauced it, cheesed it, we put it in the oven, and there it was. Yeah, and we put that video online and let our guests that were ordering this take your home pizza, and we put a little link on the pizza box and said, hey, go to this video to learn how to make a pizza, and it was fun.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
And that's during the time that you actually perfected your pizza making as well. You were experimenting, right?
Around the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
I was taking some classes, and some Indulge classes, and I was every night after they went to bed, it was like I just got medieval in our kitchen.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and my wife would wake up the next day and be like, "Wow, there's flour everywhere. Like, what is going on?"
But she gets to eat it.
She did get to eat it, yeah. So
and then hate you for it after she ate a whole pie.
I tried to clean up as best I could.
Right. And you went to Italy just about 10 years ago-ish, right? To study pizza making and Italian food.
I did,
Yeah.
I was working for Gaetano's, and Gaetano's, Giuliano's, and it is basically what we've always known, what I've always known. And, I'd say about 4 or 5 years working full-time for Gaetano's is when I said, hey, I'd like to go spend a little time in Italy and learn some more Italian food over there. So I went over there and learned from the best. Went to Italian cooking school, and I was in Florence, and got to work for a couple restaurants, meet a lot of good people, and it was a great experience.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I can say wholeheartedly going to Piccini is an experience. But if you can't make it to the actual place to pick it up, you can have it delivered.
Right.
And catered.
That's right.
Right?
We do catering. So our catering is online.
Okay. How do people get there?
So if you go to eatpiccini.com,
Okay.
click on order online.
I mean, you show up with this?
Yeah.
You personally? No.
Not me personally, unfortunately. That's not.
You should put that as an option. Show Vince. I want Vince with my pizza. Yeah.
I used to deliver all the time when we were many years ago, unfortunately, I don't get to see that side of the business as much as I once did.
You're busy.
But anyways, we personally do not have a delivery. We don't have drivers per se that work for Piccini.
Right.
But you can order with our third-party partners.
Okay.
Grubhub, DoorDash. If you go to our website, we do feature delivery through our website.
Yes.
And the delivery fee is less than what you're going to find out there on the third parties.
That's great.
And it's going to be one of our partners, a DoorDash partner, picks up our food and brings it to you. So it's a little different from the guests going to DoorDash.com.
Right.
And as far as the catering goes, you can order online at eatpiccini.com.
Okay.
Click on order online, go to catering. They can pick the food up. For delivery services on catering, we do have a third party called Office Express.
Cool.
That we like to go through. We do that with Gaetanos as well.
Yeah.
So, and it's a really great partnership for us.
It's great.
Because they've got a lot of great clients in the area, with a lot of office team workers that need to be fed.
Yeah.
So they come and pick the food up. They're professionally dressed. They have their clean cars. Take it to your location and serve it to you there.
Well, you guys just had your ribbon cutting through the city of Torrance, which was a big celebration.
We
Congratulations.
did. Thank you.
So I know the cross streets. Tell everyone where they can find you, because honestly, you actually want to go and order the food there, I think, because it's such
It's
a
fun.
cute, I call it a little shop. It's like a cute little shop.
Thank you. It is a cute little shop. Thanks.
Yeah. And you have your little patio if people want to
We
sit.
do.
Yeah.
We do have a little patio on the side. People are more than welcome to sit and enjoy the food, get a drink, hang out for a little bit. We are on Anza and Delamo.
Yep.
We're not on the corner of Anza and Delamo. We're a little bit pushed back on Delamo if you go west. Okay, so if you're going west towards the beach on Delamo, you pass Anza. We're your next left after. We're next shopping center on the left.
There's a
side.
big red sign.
Can't miss
You
it.
can't miss
We're
it.
just at that location. Yeah, you can't.
It's
miss
perfect. And you're down the street from West High School.
Right.
It's
yeah.
perfect.
Right. 3 o'clock hits and all the kids are getting out of school. It's a crowded sidewalk. Yeah.
So, of course, the community loves you, and now you're giving back to the community.
Right. Yeah, we've got this program called Round Up and Give Back. And basically what the guests can do is they can round up their bill to the nearest dollar, and we then match it at the end of the month, and we give that back to this nonprofit that we partner up with on a monthly basis. And then throughout the month, we do little fundraisers for nonprofits. Last week we had a Little League come in, and we give a percentage back to their organization with all the sales that they bring in.
It's all good stuff. All good stuff you guys are doing, the family, and you just can't go wrong with this food. So congratulations on your latest baby.
Thanks, Lesley.
And I mean, I'll be there.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
After I finish this pizza, I will be there tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
And we will be right back. Welcome back to Good Morning South Bay. Okay, so if you just stumbled upon this show and are thinking, what's going on? Well, we are a live streaming platform reflecting the South Bay lifestyle, covering cities from El Segundo to San Pedro and all the towns in between. We cover topics including health and wellness, fashion and beauty, art and music, food and entertainment, and with this show, local news and events. Well, one local event was the Redondo Beach Kite Festival, and our Mia Dagger was there.
Every year, the sky of South Bay becomes a playground for mesmerizing colors and shapes. The Redondo Kite Festival is back for its 48th version, so we had the chance to be at the festival in person and brought you an exciting report. So let's watch it together. What should we do when flying a kite?
Well, we just have to know the wind. You have to get out when the wind is pretty strong.
If you were to write one word on this kite, what would you write?
I would write resilience.
If you were to write one word on this kite, what would you write?
Sunshine.
We're from South Bay TV and we'd love to know about your kite, and what's your name?
Sophia. My kite is like a butterfly. It's It's pretty. It's really big.
The other design.
Well, I have a pirate one, and a butterfly, and another butterfly.
And how often do you practice?
Probably like every weekend.
Okay, so you come to Redondo Beach to practice?
Yeah.
Thanks for your time,
Yeah.
butterfly. Right now, they are ready to fly. How excited are you?
I'm super excited. I have my whole family here to help me fly my kite.
Are you doing a competition between each other?
I guess you could say that. Yes, we're a pretty competitive family.
So you have the biggest one?
I have the most colorful one, so that should count for something.
You decided to go more classic.
Yeah, because I love the color blue, and yeah,
It's one of your hobbies, like do you usually fly kite?
this is actually my first time trying to fly a kite.
Is it hard?
I still don't know.
And you, it's your first time?
No, my first time was when I was 8 years old, so
A professional?
no, I'm not a professional by any means, but I'm gonna try.
Maybe 10 more years.
Sure, 10, 20, however long it takes.
I really like the design of your kite.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a little dinosaur.
Your friend it has a simple one.
He has a red one. Yep, he likes the simple, just one color.
Two different personalities.
Different types, right? I'm complicated. He's bland. One color.
Do you usually fly kites or it's your first time?
No, we come here every year to the Kite Festival.
Here, do you practice?
No, I don't practice at all. Just come out once a year to be with all the other kite people.
Yeah, it's a nice way to get together on this day.
There's a lot of old people here and a lot of young people, kites of all sizes and people of all sizes.
And you know, kites are associated with freedom. And if you could write one word on this kite, what would you write?
I would write peace on it for sure.
And tell us about today's kite.
Well, today I'm flying my T-Rex. There's lots of amazing kites out here, having a blast.
It's not that hard. It is a little bit, but it's not that hard, you know? You can just hold it, I don't know, on top of your chair and it'll be stable. But right now, I'm just hold on.
So how high can you go with it?
I think this is like, what is it, 100 feet or something?
Nathan, do you like kites?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so cute. Yeah, let's turn to the camera. And what do you feel when you're flying a kite?
Are you having fun flying kites, Nathan?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel anything different from normal days?
Yeah.
Tell me what.
He's only 4 years old. Oh, you. Nathan, how old are you? Is this your first time flying kites?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you having fun? Is your little brother holding the kite tail?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you could write one word on this kite, what would you write?
Say friends.
Friends.
Family. Say family.
It's my birthday today. Just out here.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
You should have written happy my birthday day or something like that.
Oh, I totally should have.
You're celebrating at the beach or you have other plans for your birthday?
Nothing really else planned. It was just really nice to come out here and fly my kite.
If you could write one wish on this kite, what would you write?
I guess just to have like a more building happy year.
I hope so, and I wish you all the best with.
Oh my God! Thank you. I love your pants, by the way. You look so cute.
I love your hair color.
Oh, thank you.
So I am with Robert, the Peer Association president. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Mia. So glad you came to hear the music.
And you're also a guitarist.
I am.
What song did you play today? What songs?
Oh gosh, we're 1969. We play the best classic rock and blues of the Woodstock era. We played Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, the Rolling Stones, Carlos Santana. Everything you saw at Woodstock, we played today, and we tried to put that energy into it and give people a reason to come back again next year.
And tell us about the Kite Festival. We are here to cover it.
Yes, I believe it is the 48th annual Kite Festival, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it's the largest one in the United States, and we get an amazing turnout. And we're so happy to see people come with their families and their kids. Everybody has a good time. And we make their dance fly off the pier when we play, let them dance a little bit and have some fun.
So people can come here, fly their kites, eat some food, listen to music.
You can do it all.
Thank you for always being here for the community, and thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Little fun fact is that I'm also the master leaseholder for the Redondo Landing, have been for close to 35 years. Wow. Longer than Captain Mondstadt, who built the historical pier.
That's great. I wish you all the success and more of what you're doing.
Well, thank you so much, Mia. It's nice to see you.
Okay, and here are some clips from our partner station, El Segundo TV, on what's happening in that town.
Strap on your aprons, Top Chef fans, because Bravo's popular culinary show is back with an epic new season, and the winner of the competition could quite possibly be right here in El Segundo. This week, Jackson Kalb, the extremely talented chef and owner of El Segundo's restaurant, J Manoteca, begins his journey into the realm of food world fame as one of 15 contestants of Top Chef vying for the ultimate title and prize. Watch the El Segundo-based culinary trailblazer as he brings the heat to season 19, premiering March 3rd. From upscale restaurants to unique casual eats, in El Segundo, dining options are many and delicious, with creative chefs who are willing to explore, invent, and delight. Visit destinationelsegundo.com for a list of culinary hotspots and hidden gems.
What's up, El Segundo? This is James Powell, coming to you from City Hall Plaza, where a Grammy-nominated music educator brought America's sound to the city by the sea. The Jazz It Up with Dr. Bobby Rodriguez show, put on by the Music Center in cooperation with the El Segundo Public Library, takes the audience through a history of America's foundational music genre.
This is a fabulous program, along with many other programs that the Music Center promotes and helps get out into the community. It's for any age audience, from little babies to high school kids, and we've played all over Southern California through the Music Center. We've had it for about 30 years. It was called the Jazz Adventure, and then I changed it to Jazz It Up.
Rodriguez, a professor of music at both UCLA and UC Irvine, uses the show to expose a younger audience to jazz.
It's very important that the kids see the instruments, hear the instruments, because in this world of virtual reality, there's not a lot of times when young people certainly see and hear the instruments live. And so they get intrigued by the sound, by the image. And we know when I was 10, actually 8, I saw the image of a trumpet player, and I saw it on television, and I knew at that moment that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
The program was provided by the Music Center free of charge, and it was seen by both library and city officials as a chance to connect the community.
Our job is to provide high quality of life experiences for the citizens of El Segundo. They pay tax dollars to help provide these opportunities. We have beautiful parks, beautiful libraries. This is important for our community to have these opportunities, and the fact that this is free to the citizens.
Well, we saw today how everyone participated, and everyone had their little percussion instruments. People were dancing, people were clapping, people were moving along with the music, so it was fantastic. And this was free. So it was free to us, it was free to everybody. So to think that they have a program like that and it goes throughout Los Angeles County, yeah, we were very lucky.
While the show may have been intended for younger audiences, it was enjoyed by all and served as a fitting soundtrack for the weekly farmers market. If you're a music lover, and especially a jazz fan, this performance was the perfect beat for you. For El Segundo Media, I'm James Powell.
And don't forget, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and our online newsletter to be notified of any new stories and when we go live. In the meantime, come back every Friday at 11 a.m. to stay up to date on all the latest happenings in the South Bay. Speaking of, well, of course, 2 or 3 freeways away from us, the 94th Academy Awards will be held this Sunday at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. The Oscar ceremony is set to begin at 5 p.m. Pacific time and will be broadcast live on ABC. As for closer to home, here's what you and your family can look forward to this weekend in the South Bay. On Saturday, March 26th at 10 a.m., it's the Community Walk Against Hate. El Camino College is proud to host a community walk, that's COMM Unity Walk, around campus to call awareness against anti-Asian hate speech and crimes in several communities throughout the South Bay. Under the motto, "Hate has no home here," community members are invited to join El Camino College students, faculty, and staff in demonstrating public support for diversity, tolerance, and human dignity. Meet at the administration building steps at 10 a.m. for the walking route. Also on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. is the SoCal Etsy Guild Market in Torrance. Join them for an amazing day of handmade fun, local designers, live art, handmade vendors, and much more. Now, all vendors will be located below the movie theater near Forever 21 and a main mall entrance. This is a one-day event taking place at the Del Amo Fashion Center. Southern California handmade artisan vendors, artists, food, live art, and giveaways will be there. Also on Saturday, March 26th at 9 a.m. is the Nature Walk at Forestville Nature Reserve. Do you enjoy walking in a beautiful coastal environment? Well, if so, please join the docents from Los Serenos de Point Vincent for a walk through the Forestville Nature Reserve. This is a guided walk which will appeal to a wide age range and offer some spectacular vistas of the coastline. The docents will be able to tell you about the local geology, and there are many rock formations exposed in this area. You will also be able to learn about the plants and animals which make up our coastal sage scrub habitat. At the end of the walk, the Discovery Room in the Ladera Linda Community Center will be open to participants who can enjoy the vast array of specimens displayed there. The walk is generally of moderate difficulty, although steep gradients and rough surfaces make a few limited sections more challenging. Sturdy footwear is recommended, and please note that in the event of rain, the walk will be canceled. They will meet in the parking lot at the Ladera Linda Community Center. For more information, visit loserenos.org. Also on Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. is El Segundo's Beer and Wine Festival. Get ready for El Segundo's Beer and Wine Festival Malt Madness 2022, sponsored by Kinetica and Chevron. Tickets are all-inclusive with beer and wine, food, live March Madness playoff game coverage, silent auction, live music, and special guest appearance from LA Giltini's rugby team. Age restriction is 21 and over only. IDs will be checked at the door. Location is the Automobile Driving Museum. For tickets, visit rotaryelsegundo.org. Moving on to Sunday, March 27th at 1 p.m. is the 42nd Annual Arts and Photography Contest that is happening at the Neptunian Clubhouse in Manhattan Beach. All Manhattan Beach area K-12 students are invited to submit their artwork for consideration. Professional artists will judge all entries submitted. Ribbons and cash prizes will be awarded. For more information, go to neptunians.org/NWC-art.show. Also on Sunday at 8 a.m. is the Torrance Antique Street Fair. The Torrance Antique Street Fair is back on the 27th, where you can enjoy shopping with 180 talented vintage and artisan sellers with a wonderful variety of merchandise. Have a snack or a meal at one of their many downtown restaurants, bakery, and sports bars. There is also an antique appraisal booth, only $3 per item, and DJ Ozzy is spinning tunes in the park. It is pet friendly, admission is free, and so is parking. For more information, visit torranceantiquefair.com. The location is 1317 Sartori Avenue in Torrance. Again, for more information, visit torranceantiquefair.com. Looking ahead to Thursday, March 31st at the Hermosa Beach Museum, it's happy hour with history. It's going on at 6:30 p.m. and the Hermosa Beach Historical Society and Museum is putting on this reading and book signing with Kevin Salk's book, Punk: Photos from a Fan's Perspective. It features Black Flag, The Misfits, Minor Threat, Circle Jerks, and The Descendants. You can pre-purchase a copy of Kevin's book in advance with your online ticket that can be picked up at the event. A very limited quantity will be available online and at the event. Now, before you go, you should know these few things. Ticket registration through Eventbrite is required for the event. They strongly recommend that all attendees wear a mask indoors at the event, and hand sanitizer and social distance signage will be throughout the galleries. And last but not least, we have two theatrical performances to tell you about. Disney's Beauty and the Beast is going on Thursday, March 31st through Saturday, April 2nd at 7 p.m. Ambassador Christian School is presenting the classic Tale as Old as Time at the beautiful Warner Grand Theater in San Pedro. Of course, it's based on the Academy Award-winning animated feature. The stage version includes all of the wonderful songs written by Alan Menken and the late Howard Ashman, along with new songs by Mr. Menken and Tim Rice. Tickets are available online only at DOLA, that's DOLA.com. There will be no ticket sales at the door. And the second theatrical production to tell you about is Mamma Mia. Yes, Redondo Union High School Performing Arts is putting on the beloved musical. There are 5 performances happening in person. Friday, March 25th at 7 p.m., Saturday, March 26th at 7 p.m., Sunday, March 27th, 2 p.m., Friday, April 1st, 7 p.m., and Saturday, April 2nd at 7 p.m. Tickets are available now. You can buy them from any cast or crew member or at the Redondo Union High School ASB Finance Office. The link for tickets is also ruhsdrama.com. And if you have a local story or event that you would like to tell us about, please do so on our website. Follow the link on the homepage to where you can submit your story, because it's all about community and engagement, and that cannot happen without you. So take care of you, your town, and each other. Thanks for watching.